This morning I'm going to explain the difference between the leg break and the off break in cricket. The moustache is imitating Merv Hughes, who was an Australian fast bowler in the 1980s. So I'll be using a tennis ball, not a cricket ball. The off break is like this, but you go like this, right? The leg break is the other way around, like that. Now when you use your wrist here to do it, that's called your wrist spinner. This, moving the fingers and tweaking here, that would be a finger spinner. So here, these red things, they're the stumps, they've got bails on the top. If I hit them, the batsman's out. Obviously there's no batsman, but this is just a lesson. Okay, so you'll see me bowling from this end. I can only do one step because of my disability, but let's try. Okay, here goes. Missed. No, that's good. Okay, well, the batsman probably wouldn't have played that because it was outside the off stump, or he might have cut it for 4. But let's try again. Okay, another off break. Again, outside the off stump. This isn't going to last too long, otherwise I'd have to put it on YouTube. Anyway, let's try again, the off break. A bit more to the leg side here. Ah. Okay, well, the off break's not working. I'll try the leg spin now, leg break, which I remind you, it's got the wrist going that way. If you would go like this, then that's top spin. Okay, no, it's a googly. Right, okay, here we go. Oh! Just over the stumps. Just over the stumps. Okay, another leg spin. Outside the off stump. Don't control it. Yeah, this is tiring. Right, one more leg break, then that's it. Hold it. Okay, goodbye for today. Hello, this is David, alias Merv Hughes, the moustache. This morning, wearing my personally designed Steve Smith cricket shirt. So from the front, it looks like this. It's been ironed, so it's not brilliant. From the back, it's like this. You saw that the bails blew off whilst I was talking. So okay, well, it doesn't really mind because we're not playing with a ball today. I'm just going to show a few things with the bat, which, by the way, is completely new, just unwrapped, and it's my size. So I'll put the bails back on, but they'll probably fall off again. Okay. Now, not good. So this obviously needs to be the outside part. Good. 1. 2. Now I'm a right-handed batter, but I admire left-handers more in a way. You know, like Travis Head, David Gower, even Duckett. You know, people like this. But I'm a left-hander. I've got a pretty orthodox stance. I'll show you the stance. I haven't got any batting gloves. They're going to arrive in the post. But my basic hand position is like this. Okay, so what I would do, I would ask the umpire, let's say 2, which would be mid and leg. No, middle and off, isn't it? 2. Or you go off stump, middle, or leg, and then the upper. Yeah, okay, right there. Then I'd take up my usual stance, make sure I'm not too close to the stumps, and have the bat here fairly close to the feet. Now, I've got a serious disability. I can't move my legs very much, so I can only shoot a few shots. But the forward defensive, I can only do slightly forward. You have to keep your bat angled down. So it'd be something like this. Keep that right shoulder up. Okay, I'll do it properly towards you. Keep that right shoulder up and show the maker's name. Okay. Backward defensive would be more like this is going to be coming Yorker or something, so I'm going to go back, square up, and try and cover my stumps a bit, like that, and just hope to God I don't get LBW. But it must be like this, because otherwise the umpire would say I hadn't played a shot, and then if the ball was going to hit the stumps, whether it was outside the line or whatever, it would still be out, LBW. Okay, now let me explain the LBW rule. So first rule is that, the ball has to be hitting the stumps in the umpire's opinion. That can always be reviewed on the DRS. Now there are various complications. One is that if the batsman gets so far forward, even the DRS can't tell after a certain number of metres. But the umpire certainly can't. In fact, you just put one step forward, the umpire probably give it one out. So the other rule is, obviously it mustn't be so much bounce that this could go over the top of the wicket, even the bails. Although on the DRS, if the umpire gives it not out, and it is hitting the bails, but less than half the ball, then that's not out. He goes like this. Okay, that's not out. The other thing is that if the ball pitches outside the leg stump, that can't be out. Whatever shot you play, you can't be out. If it pitches outside the off stump and hits the pad inside the line of the wickets and would have hit the wickets, that's out. However, if the batsman does not play a shot, it doesn't matter whether it strikes him on the right pad outside the line of the off stump. So the batsman should be given out. But I've seen in recent tests that they haven't been giving these out. Either the umpire, they haven't even sent it upstairs to the DRS. So I think really they should tighten up the rules on padding up, padding up to a ball that would have hit the stumps, but is hitting outside. Yeah, well, these stuff not pretty well for today with this week's not going to work very well. I'll try and show what some of the old-time batsmen did. There's Mike Brearley. Now he seemed to be always, like every shot he played, he was about to be out. So he'd be like this, So he'd be batting like this, and then when he made his shot, he would go, and then he'd always look back to see whether he'd been caught in the slips. Harry Brook is more like, first ball of his innings, you'll get this. That's not very good, is it? Okay. Oh, you've got Crawley, who is so tall, that doesn't reach the ground, so he's like this. First ball outside the off stump, and he just goes, and then it goes, second slip like that. So there's not really much I can do with all this wind around, so I'll leave that for another day. Also, when my Indian friend comes back, we can have some matches here. And I've got to look into editing, as one of you suggested. Now, the Australian accent, I've never quite been able to do it. I mean, I've tried. Best I can do, I think, is that Ian Chappell was talking to Richie Benno about David Gower, before David Gower was going to go on to bat. He said something like this: is this a good Australian accent or not? Okay, here goes. I think David Gower, you're going to be looking to play him on the offside. How's that? Is that any good? Anyway, okay, that's enough for today. If you've got any requests, just let me know. What, you know, if you want a particular shot demonstrated, or I mean, yeah, one shot I didn't do just now was when you're fending off a short ball. Now, I don't do that very well, so you're kind of batting normally, then you get a short ball and you're going, and then it goes off the third slip or gully or whatever. I once did that, and it was a leg spinner bowling to be with an umbrella field. I thought, well, I'll counter attack, so I just went, and it had agricultural hoik, I just went, and the ball went straight up in the air and was caught at deep gully. Sorry. So there we are. Any questions? You know where to go.